This is the first church building in all of Wales. Welcome everyone to the Tower of St. Mark's. My name is Rick Veit and I'm the rector here. Our original church building was a little A-framed wooden church, which was over by Twin Dragons. It's a little restaurant about a block away from here. That started, really close to the beginning of the city. And in 1868, January of 1868, they quickly grew out of that building. And there's a cross right downstairs at the very bottom of the stairs, and that was the cross that was on top of that building. Almost immediately in the mid to late 70s, they started this structure, which is just the church building itself. The tower was not part of the original part, nor was the rest of the church building. It was just the sanctuary itself. Well, part of the energy for any church was to build a tower that you wanted to kind of raise it up high to the sky, sort of giving glory to God. There was also a little competitiveness to it, too, amongst churches. Who was at the highest tower, right? And those of you that know St. Mary's down the street, they have a higher tower than us. But we have our own sort of interesting story with the tower. So, the church was finished in 1885, the new church, and the tower was built, I think about 10 years after that, 10 to 15 years after that. So around the turn of the century was this structure. The story, or the legend is, you may have seen it in the newspaper today, but there were two Swedish masons who spoke almost no English at all, and they were building this tower, and as they were building it, one of them fell off, and the other one didn't want to be convicted of murder, and the person who fell off died, and so rather than try and tell the authorities and get them involved, the legend is that he just kept building the tower over the body itself, and so there's supposed to be a ghost in our midst. People have heard the organ playing when there's no organ on or people walking around. I'll tell you, in my own time, 12 years as rector, I've not heard anything or seen anything. Kind of counters my faith where I don't see it, but I believe it. I go the opposite direction with that. Like, if I ever see it, I'll tell all of you that I've seen it and I've heard it. But our youth group, even when we're here late at night, you'll hear the pipes, of course, banging because of the steam heat. And that's a bit terrifying in itself. But that's the legend, and the other Mason just left town, but that's the story. There's also a piece of the story that years later, someone came in and x-rayed the walls, and they found the bones. However, no one can find the x-rays. So you can make your own decision based upon that.
So where is the body? Is it down in the stairway, or where is the...
Not so much in the stairway, which is sort of it's an appendage almost of the tower itself, the stairway is, and you'll see that outside if you go around sticking out, but it's supposed to be right in the actual walls themselves, down a little bit. But there's another little fun part of the story. During my time here, there was a gentleman who was upstairs working on the bells, and he fell down a ladder, which was just upstairs, nothing major, just fell down upstairs, and knocked himself out. There was someone else around up here, and they came up, and he was knocked out. Well, when the emergency group came, this is about 2 years ago, they couldn't get a stretcher up here. So unfortunately, they had to bring the ladder truck. They came right up, it was across the street. They had to bring the ladder all the way up to this window, knock this entire window in. So while it looks the same as these, they had to rebuild it. Bring the gentleman, and he's still alive and everything, but bring the gentleman out on a stretcher and then lower the ladder back in. Well, you can imagine the stories in the city. Oh my gosh! Someone else has fallen. And that's the largest bell here, I'm pretty sure. So, yep.
So you basically just pull them down. Yep, yeah, we have an automated system now that runs them. That's in this box here. So, but yeah, now they used to pull these back in the day, but now.
Yep, yeah. We have. So I think we've got. There's some that are the same because there's multiples, but
Yeah, we have. I think we got C through E or F.
And those look like leather straps. How old would they be?
Those are probably as old as the church itself.
Yeah.
Most of this is extremely most of this hasn't
See
been
where a
refurbished.
person can fall here.
Newspapers and everything, we can imagine the stories of Cheyenne. Other person is falling off. Sorry. He's still around here too. Any other questions?
Are we down?